Welcome to Brainetainment, your number one source for fascinating and enlightening content about the human brain and how it works. We're here to unravel the complex world of neuroscience in a way that's both accessible and intriguing. Today we're going to delve into a topic that's as fascinating as it is important: the signs and symptoms of brain nerve damage in the body. This is a subject that affects countless people across the globe, yet it's one that many do not fully understand. By exploring these signs and symptoms, we hope to provide you with valuable insights that can empower you to take charge of your health and well-being. So buckle up and prepare for a journey into the intricate world of the human brain. The first sign of brain nerve damage is the loss of sensation. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does loss of sensation mean? It refers to an inability to feel touch, temperature, or pain. Imagine reaching out to touch a surface, but not being able to discern whether it's rough or smooth, hot or cold. But how does it happen? Our brain is a complex network of nerves that carry information from our skin and muscles back to our brain. When these nerves are damaged, the messages get lost or distorted, resulting in a loss of sensation. Why is it a sign of brain nerve damage? Well, it's because these nerves originate from our brain. Damage to these nerves can mean there's a problem at the source, the brain. This is why loss of sensation is often one of the first signs that something might be amiss. Loss of sensation can be a clear indicator of brain nerve damage. The second sign of brain nerve damage is difficulty in moving. This typically presents itself when the nerves that carry messages between the brain and muscles are affected. It's like a communication breakdown. Suddenly, the simple tasks we often take for granted become monumental challenges. Imagine trying to walk, but your legs are not responding as they should, or attempting to pick up a cup of tea, but your hand just won't cooperate. This is the reality for individuals experiencing difficulty in moving due to brain nerve damage. You see, our bodies are incredible machines, and each part plays a vital role. When the brain can't effectively communicate with our muscles, our ability to move can be severely impacted. This can lead to difficulties in walking, running, or performing other physical activities. So if you or someone you know is struggling with movement, it's crucial to seek medical advice. Difficulty in moving can be a significant sign of brain nerve damage. The third sign of brain nerve damage is balance issues. Have you ever felt wobbly while standing or walking, stumbled more often, or had difficulty keeping your balance? Such balance issues might not just be a case of clumsiness. They could indicate something more serious: brain nerve damage. Our brain, the master controller of our body, coordinates the movements of our muscles to maintain our balance. In case of brain nerve damage, this coordination can be disrupted, leading to balance problems. You might feel unsteady or have a sensation of spinning, also known as vertigo. Balance issues due to brain nerve damage can occur suddenly or gradually, and they can significantly impact your daily life. They can make it hard to perform simple tasks like standing up from a chair or going up and down stairs. In summary, if you or someone you know is experiencing unexplained balance problems, it might be more than just clumsiness. Balance issues can be a telltale sign of brain nerve damage. The fourth sign of brain nerve damage is speech difficulties. Now imagine this. You're trying to share a thought or express an idea, but the words just don't come out right. It's like a puzzle where the pieces don't fit. This is often the reality for those experiencing speech difficulties due to brain nerve damage. Why does this happen, you may ask? Well, the brain is our command center, and it sends signals to the muscles that control speech. When there's damage to these nerves, the signals can get disturbed or lost, making it hard to form words correctly. This can manifest as slurred words, slow speech, or even difficulty articulating certain sounds. It's not just frustrating, it can be quite isolating too, but it's important to remember that these speech difficulties are not a reflection of one's intelligence or ideas, but rather a sign of a possible neurological issue. Speech difficulties can be a clear sign of brain nerve damage. The fifth sign of brain nerve damage is visual disturbances. Now, when we talk about visual disturbances, we are referring to a variety of anomalies in one's sight. This could range from blurry vision to seeing double, or even experiencing transient visual loss. These disturbances occur because our brain is the primary processor of the information we receive from our eyes. If the nerves in the brain are damaged, this processing can be disrupted, leading to visual anomalies. The eyes might be perfectly healthy, but the image they send to the brain may not be correctly interpreted. It's like having a perfectly good camera, but the photo editing software is faulty. The camera can take the picture just fine, but when it's time to process and enhance that image, things go haywire. And that's why visual disturbances are a significant symptom to watch out for. They can indicate that something is going wrong in the brain's complex network of nerves. Visual disturbances can be a clear sign of brain nerve damage. The sixth sign of brain nerve damage is cognitive impairment. Now, what do we mean by cognitive impairment? Well, it refers to a decline in cognitive functions such as memory, attention, language, and problem-solving abilities. It's as if your thinking cap is no longer fitting right. Cognitive impairment is caused by damage to the brain nerves that are responsible for these cognitive functions. This damage can be a result of various factors like stroke, traumatic brain injury, or neurodegenerative conditions such as Alzheimer's disease. Why is it a clear sign of brain nerve damage? When our brain nerves are healthy and functioning properly, they facilitate seamless cognitive functions. However, when these nerves are damaged, they fail to perform their duties efficiently, leading to cognitive impairment. It's like a well-oiled machine suddenly stuttering and faltering. The smooth operation is disrupted and the effects are noticeable. So, if you or someone you know is experiencing a significant decline in cognitive abilities, it's important to seek medical advice immediately. Remember, cognitive impairment can be a clear sign of brain nerve damage. The seventh sign of brain nerve damage is emotional changes. These changes are more than just mood swings or occasional bouts of sadness. We're talking about drastic shifts in emotional states, such as sudden outbursts of anger, uncontrollable crying, or even unexplained euphoria. But how does this relate to brain nerve damage? Well, our emotions are regulated by various parts of our brain, including the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. Damage to these areas, or the nerves that connect them, can disrupt the balance of neurotransmitters, chemicals responsible for our emotional responses. Brain nerve damage can also impair our ability to interpret and respond to emotional cues, leading to inappropriate reactions or difficulties in expressing emotions. This is often seen in conditions such as Parkinson's disease and stroke, where brain damage is a key factor. In essence, if you or someone you know is experiencing drastic emotional changes without any obvious reason, it's important to reach out to a healthcare professional. Emotional changes can be a clear sign of brain nerve damage. The eighth sign of brain nerve damage is difficulty swallowing. This phenomenon, medically known as dysphagia, can manifest in various ways. Some people might feel as though food gets stuck in their throat or chest, while others may choke on their food or drink more often. But why does this happen? Well, swallowing is a complex process that requires many nerves and muscles working in harmony. The brain sends signals to these muscles and nerves, controlling their actions to ensure a smooth, coordinated swallow. However, when brain nerve damage occurs, these signals can get disrupted. This can lead to uncoordinated muscle movement, causing difficulty in swallowing. Now, why does difficulty swallowing indicate brain nerve damage? The answer is simple. Because the brain is responsible for controlling the swallowing process, any problems with swallowing often point to issues with the brain's functioning. So, if you notice persistent swallowing problems, it's crucial to seek medical advice. Difficulty swallowing can be a clear sign of brain nerve damage. The ninth sign of brain nerve damage is seizures. Seizures are essentially sudden, uncontrolled electrical disturbances in the brain, a bit like a thunderstorm in your head. They can cause a variety of symptoms, from dramatic shaking to simply staring into space. Now, how do seizures relate to brain nerve damage? Well, the brain is a complex network of neurons, or nerve cells. These cells communicate through electrical signals. When these signals get disrupted, as in the case of brain nerve damage, it can lead to abnormal electrical activity. This abnormal activity can trigger seizures. It's important to note that not all seizures are due to brain nerve damage. They can be caused by a range of other factors, such as high fever, low blood sugar, or even certain medications. However, if seizures occur frequently or without a clear cause, it could indicate that there's some form of brain nerve damage involved. Seizures can be a clear sign of brain nerve damage. The 10th and final sign of brain nerve damage is persistent headaches. Yes, headaches that refuse to fade away could be more than just a nuisance. A persistent headache, that is a headache that lasts for hours and even days, could be a symptom of underlying brain nerve damage. So, What exactly does this mean? It means that if you're experiencing headaches that seem to linger on or reoccur frequently, it might be a signal that there's something more serious going on. These headaches occur due to increased pressure on the brain nerves, resulting from inflammation or damage. Now, why are persistent headaches a sign of brain nerve damage? Our brain is a complex network of nerves, and any damage to this network can disrupt its functioning, leading to various symptoms, one of which is a persistent headache. It's crucial to note that not all persistent headaches are indicative of brain nerve damage. However, if these headaches are accompanied by other signs we've discussed, it's wise to seek medical advice. Persistent headaches can be a clear sign of brain nerve damage. To wrap up, we've discussed 10 signs and symptoms of brain nerve damage. We started with the loss of sensation, where you might not feel temperature or touch as you used to. Then we touched on difficulty in moving, which could be as subtle as clumsiness or as severe as paralysis. Balance issues and speech difficulties followed, both of which can be quite alarming. Next, we delved into visual disturbances, which can range from double vision to total loss of sight. Cognitive impairment was our 6th sign, where memory, attention, or decision-making could be affected. Emotional changes, such as sudden mood swings or depression, were also discussed. We then highlighted the difficulty in swallowing and the occurrence of seizures, both of which require immediate medical attention. Lastly, we discussed persistent headaches, which could be a sign of something more severe. All these signs and symptoms should not be ignored. Seek immediate medical help if you or anyone you know is experiencing these. Don't forget to subscribe to Braintainment for more informative and engaging content about the brain. Thanks for watching.